What's the mindset of a raider? Be it casual, hardcore, elitist, scumbag, cesspool. What's the mindset of it? What do you get from raiding? Why do you raid? Do you raid for progression? Do you raid to see those bosses die at the end of the night? Or do you raid so you can get your hand on a cheeky little upgrade? Do you raid for the loot? Are you motivated purely by loot? Are you motivated by the boss kill? Are you motivated by seeing the end game of the expansion? The end game of the game? Are you motivated to kill that last boss? To be able to say, I have overcome the final trial in the world of Warcraft. So, like 2 years later, when they release the next one. Personally, I raid for progression. I like seeing the bosses die. Loot comes passively. I believe that when you are working on killing the boss, eventually you will get a loot drop. I do not work under the assumption that all loot is mine. I, in fact, am pretty sure that most of the loot that drops, being its agility, and we also have a monk tank, I have to roll against someone for it. And since the only other person that I really need to roll against anymore, since the hunter's gone, moment of silence, the best hunter I've ever seen. I believe she's Swedish. Some of you will not get why I pointed out Swedish. She might not be Swedish. Might be terrible that I just made that assumption, but Swedish people are awesome, but they get a lot of shtick. Lost the hunter, so I don't have to roll on agility stuff against anyone else except for the monk tank. And the one time where I almost wanted to kill him because bracers dropped. Agility leather bracers. Me and him, the only ones that can use it. I did, however, use up my main spec roll. But being as it was an upgrade from Raid Finder, I believe that Mr. Fern, aka Hell's Darkness, aka Raid Leader, was, generous enough to say you can have it. When I went to roll on those bracers, Mr. Arandian said, I might roll, never mind, pass. In my mind, I was thinking, why would you roll on them? You just got bracers earlier. These aren't worth. They are in no way an upgrade. Why would you roll? And he says, different stats. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. If you already got 553 and there's someone else in the group that can use an upgrade, don't do it. It's like me. Right now I'm picking up 553 Agi gear for a tank set, just so I can have two different sets. And I only do it when no one else wants them. If it's between me getting it for a tank set and it getting disenchanted, I'll gladly take the tank gear. I hate seeing epics from a raid that we haven't fully cleared being disenchanted. The priest gear and the pally gear I can understand. But no, don't disenchant the plate mastery gear just because you guys already have it. Once again, it hurts. I'm motivated by the boss kill. Right now, my biggest motivation, killing Garrosh and getting to heroics. That's my motivation. I don't want to step into a normal raid without killing at least one boss. That is why, luckily tonight, if we don't kill Garrosh in like an hour and a half, I'm going to make the suggestion, be like, I've got a save that's up to Siegecrafter. We can kill Siegecrafter and the Klaxi and still have the save for Garrosh. It gives people a chance at their tier tokens. Yeah, maybe 4 piece, 4 piece for people. Tanks get their 4 pieces. My 4 piece, absolute shit. But and then there are people that are motivated by, I don't know, just by playing together, being in that group activity. And these people would have thrived back in the days of 40 man. It wasn't really a good experience, be it that each boss had one mechanic and you could kill it with half the group dead. But, it was still fun. You had 39 other people. Bent was always chatty. TeamSpeak always chatty. Whatever you were using. 39 other people. People liked that. And people were motivated to raid for that. And there are some people that refuse to raid without voice comms. I know they say, like, you'll get some people that do it just because they say, well, it makes it easier. It doesn't have to be easy. Since when is life easy? I've done normal without voice comms with anybody. My most recent pug I did without voice comms. Wanna know something? One shot every boss. No, wait. We died on Thok. We wiped on Thok, and we wiped on Shamans. Thok, it was pretty simple to see why we screwed up at the healing at one point. And Shamans had a really bad Druid. And maybe back in the day, Druid tanks were awesome. Maybe back then. They're not really good anymore. They're not bad. None of the tanks are bad right now. None of them are bad. But bringing a Druid tank is kind of a hindrance overall. What else is there? Okay, I might as well just say it. There are people that are more motivated by loot. Really didn't want to bring this up too early. These people are, in my opinion, they're terrible. They're terrible people. They deserve to not be there. They will go into a raid thinking that this loot dropped and I can use it. It's mine. It's mine. It's my loot. My loot. No one touches my loot. They go and they don't want to kill a boss that they can't get loot for, or they're like, I still need loot from this boss. Some of you that know me may know why I didn't want to bring this up in a public video. I can still get loot from this boss. I want to kill this boss. No. Shh. It's fine. It's fine. No. And those people are generally the ones that are going to make it a bad time for others. I mean, don't get me wrong, people like me that are motivated by progression can make it a bad time by saying, how are we dying to this fucking boss? I want to get to the next boss right now. Whereas the other people that, people, most recently, in a TOT pug that I did, we had 2 people fighting over a trinket. It's 522. Bad. If you're fighting over a 522 trinket. Now, in the availability of Flex, and it was a healer and a DPS caster and healer that were fighting over this trinket, you can get the Amplify trinket, which is by far better than Breath of the Hydra. You can get your Amplify trinket off the first wing of Flex. So you should take that, and you should go for it, and have fun. You should not be fighting over loot in Throne of Thunder. You should never fight with someone over loot. And you should never try to use some sort of weird loot system to your advantage. That's why Loot Council is by far the best choice for any kind of a raiding guild. That's why I'm glad to say that my guild's going Loot Council next expansion. And something about the new raids. This is what I like. It goes in with the whole heroic raiding. It's a queue randomly. You need to do the Proving Ground Silver. Here's one thing that's good about that, okay? It proves that people know how to do something. So that'll be fine. What I like about the raids, and what I like about the Proving Grounds, they're bringing attunements back. I wasn't here for the wonderful... If you look on my Facebook page, because most of you that see this, if not all of you, know me personally, you will see the picture for the TBC attunement table. Yes, it really was that complex. That looked awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong, people probably hated it, but it looked awesome and not alt-friendly. It's kind of the opposite with this, and this is one reason why I'm going to hate next expansion. Because everyone I know is going to have an alt, multiple alts, 2 or 3, maybe even 5 alts. And they're going to want to gear them pretty easily. So what does this mean? What does it mean? The fact that you now have flexible raiding, completely flexible, and you no longer have benches. Now, I've got to say Okay. It's funny when raid leader says first 10 people to 100 get a raid spot. I explained multiple times to everyone, raiding is completely flexible next. The first 10 people to 100 can have a raid spot, but you still have 15 more you can fill. So yeah, that was funny to hear. Fern, you made me laugh in a good way. It was refreshing to hear something like that. And it's going to be alts, and more alts, and I'm not going to like it. I do not like running people's alts through. Don't get me wrong. If I do Highmaul, because you have to do Highmaul to get tuned for Blackrock Foundry, meaning if somebody wants to switch out to an alt for a raid, they need to go through Highmaul to get attuned for Blackrock Foundry. A lot of them will not do the simple thing of just going online and getting a pug. You can say, well, I don't do that. I'm here to raid with these people. You've done it in the past. You've done it in the past, and there's proof. There's people that know that you've done it. So that's going to be how it works. You don't have to do LFR at all. But I'm happy about that. I'm the happiest about not having to do that because I am motivated by those bosses. I don't care about loot. So when I go in, I want to go in on normal or heroic next expansion. I want to see the boss in all of its glory. I will not watch a video because I did enough of that. I did enough of being one of the 3 people in a 10-man to research a fight. I did it MSV. I did it Heart of Fear. I didn't even have to research the fights for Terra Spin with Spring because I did it in a pug before my group did it. Even though it took forever to, like, that was one of the times when it's just like seriously 15 minutes deciding what tactic to use. Because you have people that say, oh, well, I've done this fight before. Like, guys, I did this fight last week. I know how we can kill it. It's fine. I know how we can kill it. It's a way that a tank knows. Just go with the tactic that the tank knows. It's fine. And then 15 minutes of people just discussing, well, back when I killed it. Oh, back when I've killed it. Guys, I killed it last week. It's fine. We can do it this way. It's been proven. I had crappier people that killed it this way. It's fine. And getting everyone an achievement by killing it that way. One of the best things I can say about the attunement process next expansion. You can't really say, like, this is going to be the crappy part. Because with it being completely flexible, someone can bring in an alt, being that if they're a healer, it's already covered by someone else or something. If they're a DPS, you're going to have DPS bringing in alts constantly, especially if it's on a fight that you have on farm. Like if your guild is doing Blackrock Foundry, but you're still clearing Highmaul during the weekends or whatever, there's going to be people that want to bring an alt to that. And you're going to have to say eventually, be like, you can't do that. You can't. I'm sorry. You cannot do that. And that's what I hate, because you're going to have people that are like, oh, I need help getting my alt attuned. I'm not doing it. I've helped people like that too much already. I can't do it. I can't be that guy next expansion. I was that guy this expansion. You need help doing something? Okay, I'm your man. You need a tank for flex? Okay, I'm your man. You need more people? Okay, I'm your man. You need to find more people for the pug? I'm your man. I am the recruiting master when it comes to pugs. I'm not going to do that next expansion. Hey guys, let's do Highmaul to bring Jimmy and Billy's alts through so they can get attuned and come with us through Blackrock Foundry. No. If I'm able to bring my alt, yeah, no, you have to bring your main. Nope. Will I have to roll against them for possible loot that I need? Well, yeah, I mean, if they needed to. No, I'm not gearing someone's alt against my main. I don't think that alt should be geared over mains any day. If I'm in a group that's an alt group and something drops that's an upgrade for my main, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. There's no discussion even going on about that. If I need a ring and it drops when the only other person that needs it is Billy on an alt, I'm just going to outright say, hey, you don't need that. You're on a fucking alt. I use this character every week and I need that to get a kill. Hopefully 9 other people would agree with me. But when it comes to that, you'd also pass loot on an alt. If I was on an alt, and let's say I'm on my pally, and I'm lucky enough to take it through High Mall and getting it attuned, and our wonderful, wonderful DK, Mr. Hell's Darkness, a plate headpiece drops. It's got strength and mastery or haste, whatever Frost DK needs. It's also got a stat that a rep pally can use. If he says roll, and he's done this before, he's passed on loot. I've passed on loot. I'm pretty sure most of the people in my group have passed. If me and him roll for loot, and I'm on my alt and he's on his main, I will gladly pass it. I will gladly fucking pass you that piece of gear, no problem. Oh, this headpiece dropped. It's a giant upgrade for me. Zan, it's an upgrade for your pally as well, so let's roll it. No. I roll a 0. You have it. But on the other hand, no, I'm not going to give away every piece of loot. But if it's an upgrade for main, yeah. But if I'm going through and like, let's say I'm not a wholly off spec, or I'm not prot, or I have one or the other, and a piece of gear drops, and no one can really use it for off spec, or like the people that would normally take it for main spec, like both of the tanks and tank ring with extra armor drops, and neither of them want it. Instead of it going to disenchanting, I will take it. I will take it for my off spec. I may never use my off spec, but it's a piece of gear that we know and we can have it, and just in case we need a backup tank at one point. Just in case through the expansion, if there is a need for a new tank, I can do it. I will take that gear. I will gladly take it, whatever. And as long as you're not someone motivated by loot. If you're someone motivated by loot, you might think, oh, well, my alt needs all the gear. So I need my alt. Oh, why are you rolling against my alt? You've already got so much gear. Nope. There's a reason why I don't really worry about gear too much. And if it's an off-spec roll, the only time that I will take a piece of gear is an off-spec roll now, is because the only piece that I need to upgrade are neck and ring. Only 2 pieces that I don't have. I think one's Raid Finder, which is the ring, and one is Flex, which is the neck piece. That's all I need. That's why I kind of want to kill Cloxy this week, because I have a chance at a ring. Cheeky little epic. It's going to be about a 20-minute flat video. That's not too bad. I really can't wait. I can't wait to get my Pally out there and raiding. Pally's going to be fun as shit. Remember, guys, it's always main over alts. Any gear. And if you don't get a piece of it, hey. It's been proven before that you don't need to be gear capped. And what gear capped means is everyone has like all slots filled with pieces of gear that you get from that raid. You don't need to be gear capped to kill a boss. That's been proven when people in 540 gear or 540 item levels were killing Garrosh. And it's been nerfed significantly since then. So if there are groups out there that are killing a boss in much lower gear than you are and you're wiping on it, it's not a gear problem. It's a people problem. It's a mechanic problem. It's people not knowing how to do the job right. So, yeah. Oh, and if you try comparing normal or flex or anything to LFR and saying that I've done this in LFR so I can do it in normal, I will bitch smack you. LFR is nothing like normal, and you should die for even making the comparison. It makes me sick.